Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all staying safe and keeping well, and I apologise that it's been such a long time since I've posted anything, and the truth is I've really been struggling the last probably 3 or 4 weeks. I've been struggling with my pain, I've been struggling with my mental health, and I just haven't really wanted to do anything. Tried to keep to my routine. I've tried to not sort of organise myself, because that makes it sound like I have a million things to do. But I've just tried to keep some structure in my day. But it's just been really difficult couple of weeks, and the last thing I wanted to do was really talk about it. Which, you know, sometimes it's good to talk and other times it's not. And we've had a lot going on as well. As you know, we moved into this house in November and we've had quite a lot of work going on. So since I was last with you, we've had the kitchen resprayed and the kitchen and one of the bedrooms has been painted. So we've had sort of people in and out of the house. We were meant to have the flooring this week, and on Monday morning they said we can't come till next week, so everything's moved out of the ground floor. We've got no furniture in here because the new skis are coming, so there's just been a lot up in the air, and I think combined with the increase in my pain and just my mental health taking a bit of a dive, it's just been really difficult. So I wanted to make this. I think really the last 2 weeks, and I've said I must do it, and I just haven't. So so I apologise, and this will probably be me rambling. So I will try and not ramble. That's one of my specialities. So where are we? So we are in, I think we're in the last week of March now, and that means that lockdown is coming to an end, and there has been, here in the UK, there is a sort of relaxation in restrictions, if that's the right word. And I got an email from Matt Hancock to say that from the 1st of April, I need to no longer shield. Excited hands. And as being somebody that is extremely clinically vulnerable, and basically have been shielding on and off for the past 12 months, that was really exciting news, and also a little bit of, ooh, you know, a little bit scary. But I've had my first vaccine. I'm due for my second one, I think on the 12th of April. So from that point of view, you know, that is such a massive step forward. But it still means, you know, that potentially I can get COVID, and also that I will be unwell. Not probably as extremely unwell as, you know, they kept emailing and texting to tell me before I had the vaccine. So I think that is at least some light at the end of the tunnel. And I think, you know, from everything we've all been through in the last 12 months, you know, the relaxation, you know, of the current rules. So I think from, is it the 29th of March? I think as somebody that had to shield continuously, the rules don't really, I've never really applied to me because I was still shielding. So it didn't matter that people could go out and meet as 6 people, or, you know, because my rules were still the same. So the schools have gone back. We're now in the 3rd week, and that seems to be going pretty well. And people can meet outdoors. That will be coming up soon. So, you know, things are moving forward. So fingers crossed and touch wood that it all moves. I think the only thing that slightly concerns me is obviously there's rising cases in Europe, and we tend to follow Europe, but we'll just have to see what's happened. You know, our vaccination programme has gone really well. So, you know, we can't predict, I don't think, what's going to happen. So that's really positive. So I'm sort of holding on to that, you know, things will start to get a little bit more normalised. And that certainly doesn't mean that I think that things are going to go, back to normal instantaneously. I think that's going to be a long time, but the sun is shining and we have to focus on the positives. So yeah, so from my health point of view, obviously because of my immunosuppressant medication, I need to be reassessed every 4 months because they then have to apply for my funding. So I spoke to my consultant and we sort of talked about what was happening in terms of my symptoms and my pain, and they've referred me for a further MRI scan, which I've got in 2 weeks. Somebody that doesn't like small spaces, it's not my favourite thing to be doing, but it's the only way really to see whether this is disease progression, whether this is just a flare-up, really what's going on. And the pain I've been getting has been more in my SI joint and my hip joints. So, I've just got to wait and see. So that hopefully will give us an idea of what's happening, and we'll go from there. I've also had some problems with my blood pressure. When my GP did my blood pressure, it was like 80/60. I've been feeling quite dizzy sometimes when I stand up, and they don't know what's causing that. So they just said, drink more fluids, which I have here, and increase my salt. So I don't really know what's causing that. And it was just one other thing. So moving forward, I need to really get myself back into my little structure. I find that if I put that a little bit more into my day, that makes things a little bit easier. In terms of my mental health, I've just tried to sort of segment things that are going on, so that helps me just to deal with sort of things in, this is happening and this is happening. I'm trying to get out for a little walk, or even just get out in the garden just to get some fresh air. And because the weather is getting a bit warmer and the sky is a bit bluer, and I think that helps just to lift our mood ever so slightly. My eating, normally when my mental health goes down, I just tend to eat rubbish, and I don't eat at structured sort of times, and that just throws everything out. So I've had to try and get that back, make sure that I'm eating proper food at proper times. So yeah, so I'm sorry this is a bit of it's not doom and gloom video, it's just I've been struggling, I don't know why. I think sometimes it can be that if my pain goes up, then my mental health goes down. Sometimes my mental health can just be like this. I think I get overwhelmed quite easily, and I think when there's a lot going on with sort of things that were happening with the house and the school's going back and lots of things, and I know to a normal person that probably you think, well, that's not actually that bad, but to me, I find change very difficult. Yeah, or when you say it out loud, it all sounds like really trivial, and believe you me, it's not. So yeah, so I'm just trying to focus on the positives, which is obviously restrictions are going to be easing off, the sun is shining, and we are getting there slowly with the house. There's just a lot going on, and hopefully next week the flooring will go down, the settees will be here, so I don't have to sit on the floor. Got my little Easter tree up, and it's Holly's birthday in a fortnight, so that's something to look forward to as well. So thank you for watching. I will try and do some more structured content, which isn't me just waffling on. I've still got sort of little things. I did my anxiety one, and I've got some other things that I thought would be helpful to talk about. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching. If you're not already, please consider like and subscribing, and I will see you on my next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.